Hey guys, welcome back to Say Mojo Homestead. We kind of have a unique situation going on right now. Frost is our mini Nubian that is in her second kidding. This is her second kidding season. And last season, she produced a great amount of milk. Their first freshening is usually the lowest milk they produce, but she still did a great job. Today, she had her kids 2 days ago, and today we noticed that her udder is very, very large and engorged. Her kids are eating, they're happy, they're healthy, but I think she is producing more milk than what her babies need. We obviously want to help her out. She looks very uncomfortable, but also we don't want her milk supply to drop. These babies are going to need more food as they get bigger. And most importantly, we don't want her to get mastitis. So she's right here waiting to come in. I'm going to put grain in the stand. I'm not going to go through the ritual of like cleaning her and milking her out and then teat dipping her, because she's going to go right back in there to her babies. And and we're not going to consume this milk. This is the second day, so that there's some colostrum in it. It wouldn't taste the best. And this is more just to relieve her and not for us for milk consumption. So I'm going to go ahead and get her some grain and then get her on the stand. Yeah, Frost. No, not you. Not you. You still have your babies eating. As you saw, Elsa tried to get in. Goats, when you have dairy goats, they have a system, they have a routine, and they have a milking order. So typically, our milking order, Elsa is always first. She's always the first on the milk stand and the first one to get grain. But because she is not, she's still feeding two babies and she's not engorged, I'm not going to milk her, so she doesn't get to come in. So she's probably going to have a little bit of an attitude about that, but she doesn't need to be milked right now. I usually sit over here with Frost. I've got to relearn how I milk each goat. So if you followed us last kidding season, you know that our goats all are milked kind of differently. She has such a big udder that it is easier for me to milk her this direction. Another thing, just as I am touching her udder, I touched it earlier to make sure it wasn't hot. If the udder is running a fever, if it feels feverish, you know there's infection. So you definitely want to get it dealt with, get them milked out and get it treated. She doesn't have any of that going on. She just has a ton of milk coming in and just more than her babies need. Now, I'm also not going to dry her, like milk her all the way out, because I do want to make sure there is some milk in there for her babies. But I just want to make sure she doesn't have just milk sitting in her udder so that she gets an infection. With goats, when you milk, it's really important that you don't pull down on the udder at all, but you will see me kind of push up on it to get the milk to drop. I'm also kind of just trying to feel her udder. It does feel fairly tight still, so I actually do want to get it to drop so it doesn't stay too full. Still, goats also can hold back their milk, and she is naturally holding back milk, but at least, babies, which is good. I got a good 3 or 4 cups. She still has plenty of milk in there, but that has probably made it a little bit more comfortable for her. So like I said, we're not going to consume this milk. I just wanted to relieve her but I will probably have to start milking her early, depending on how she does. If this continues, which go ahead and start doing the nighttime milking. Because she's locked up at night with the babies, so but it'll ensure that because she's healthy as well. This is Emily Rose. Emily Rose used to not really like people. She was the goat that we got that just would run away from you when you'd come into the pen, but now she vies for your attention and is quick to come over to get scratches. And you probably can't see her, but Luna's down here too. Hey, Luna. Hey, Luna girl. Everyone's doing well. Babies are doing well. Mamas are doing well. Milk supply seems to be doing well. They seem to be keeping up with their babies. I don't think we're going to have to bottle feed or rescue any. So, so far, other than Frost overproducing, things have gone really well. I'm really excited about how our little herd is developing. So now as I had said, she held back some milk from me as I was milking, but now you can see she's releasing it. She's letting that other milk down, and her doeling is able to get milk, even though I literally just milked her. Doeling is actually able to drink it now. I'm actually wondering if the milk was coming out too strong. So what we were seeing earlier today was that the babies would get on, they would nurse, and then they would go to nurse, and they wouldn't actually fully latch on and drink very much. So what I'm wondering is if there was so much milk built up in her teats, in her udder, that it was actually too much for them, maybe. I don't know. We've never really dealt with this before. I'm glad I was able to see them get on and have some milk. And mom is letting them nurse again. Like the little doeling right now is latching on again. I think that maybe she just was too full. So we'll take it one day at a time. We'll keep an eye on her and see how her milk supply does and see how these babies do eating, making sure they're eating consistently. But I think we're doing well. Everyone's doing well. We're happy. Luna's happy. We're all just getting used to the herd and playing, and everyone seems to be adjusting really well to being out with everyone, and all the goats together are having lots of fun. So I'm glad that everyone is healthy and adjusting well. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for hanging out with me with my goats. I hope you guys have a great week and be blessed.